interesting stories we need to share with you. Come along. Now, the very first story we are looking at is coming from Ghana Web, and it says families of slain illegal miners at Obuasi appeal to government for support. And I read, now families of individuals who lost their lives during a clash between illegal miners and a military detachment at one of Anglo Gold Ashanti's Obuasi mine sites in January 2025 have renewed calls for justice and support 1 year after this incident. Now, in a video shared on social media platform X on Sunday, January 18, 2026, relatives of the deceased appealed to the government and the Asantehene Otumfuo Osei Tutu II to intervene and provide assistance, saying the deaths have left their families in severe hardship. Now, according to the families, promises of support made by authorities after the incident are yet to materialize. They said the loss of their relatives, many of whom were breadwinners, has made it difficult to care for their children and dependents. Their deaths have severely affected us. They died in a painful way. And although authorities promised to assist us, we have not received any support. Now, taking care of my children has become very difficult. We are suffering. And I appeal to President Mahama and Otumfuo to come to our aid, the family member said. Now, another relative added, my brother was among those who died. He left behind 5 children, and we are struggling to care for them. We are appealing to the government to assist us. Now, according to a statement issued by the Ghana Armed Forces, the confrontation at Anglo Gold Ashanti's Obuasi gold mine resulted in the death of 7 illegal miners. It indicated that the incident occurred when approximately 60 unauthorized individuals breached the mine security fence at the Côte d'Ivoire, at the Côte d'Or ramp in an attempt to assess the deep decline area. Now, the statement said the illegal miners were armed with locally manufactured rifles, pump-action guns, gas cylinders, knives, and heavy-duty industrial bolt cutters, axes, and machetes. When a military patrol deployed under Operation Halt 2 intervened to stop their entry, the miners allegedly opened fire, prompting the soldiers to return fire in self-defense. This led to the fatalities and left 1 miner seriously injured. My brother, my sister, this is emotional blackmail. If people go on a robbery spree and authorities decide to stop them peacefully, and these same alleged robbers on a robbery spree decide to open fire on authorities legally deployed to protect the interests of the nation, the authorities decide to return fire and people lose their lives. Family comes to cry. Oh, they left behind 5 children. 1 left behind 6 million children. They are all suffering. You know, we are also suffering because they were our breadwinners. Breadwinners with what? Stolen money. Oh, they were our thieves. They were stealing to come and take care of us. So please, now that they are no more here to steal, give us free money. What nonsense? Are we serious? Are we serious as a people? People decide to break into a national mine site armed with guns, knives, machetes, and heavy-duty coffers, as we are told in this report. The soldiers, don't they have children? Those soldiers who went there in the interest of the nation, do they not have children? Do they not have families? They risk their lives because of these charlatans. Charlatans decide to open fire on the soldiers. Soldiers decide to return fire, and 7 charlatans were gunned down. 1 charlatan is with serious injuries, and families are coming out crying. Those charlatans were our charlatans. Their children are here. We need to take care of them. Much as I understand that the innocent children must be taken care of, my brother, my sister, by the social welfare of the nation, if this was in America, England, Japan, China, this would have been dealt with. What is happening to our social security system? All these children should be taken care of. They should be put in these homes where they can be taken care of. But to their grown-ass family members, I think they should all be arrested for not even reporting these guys to the police that they were involved in this kind of thing. Are you telling me that the family members did not know that these guys were involved in this thing called galamsey, illegal mining? Do we all have to wait until we all die before we see the atrocities of illegal mining? They even have the mouth to come and plead and talk to Mahama and Otunfo to come to their aid because they are suffering. Who cares about your suffering? Who cares about your suffering, for heaven's sake? My brother, my sister, this is so nauseating and annoying, my brother. If it is the little children, fair enough. I understand. They are innocent souls. They do not have a hand in whatever their fathers were involved in. It's like Atayi's wife coming out all of a sudden after several years of enjoying the booty that the husband was robbing from innocent Ghanaians. After several years of growing fat on stolen booty, she comes out to say, since my husband has been locked up, eating is a problem. I can't even buy kinky and fish. Please, nation, come and help me. Because, you know, all the years that this guy was robbing and stealing, maybe even taking the lives of innocent Ghanaians. No, you didn't care. And there's information that you knew what this guy was into. So if this guy is finally apprehended, you have the guts to come out and ask for mercy? Are we okay? My brother, my sister, let's be serious for once. Well, in order not to prolong a very simple issue, the family deserves nothing. If anything at all, they are accomplices to some of these things. My brother, my sister, this is emotional blackmail. The dead is always right. It is only in our country where dead people all of a sudden become saints. What nonsense. Let's take care of the children. They are innocent souls. Let's gather them. Give them the best of education. Give them the best of care. They might grow up to be better than their fathers who were nothing but thieves. Illegal mining is stealing. Don't you know? You don't know? Illegal mining is stealing from the state. And some people come with some weak kind of argument. They say, oh, but the gold is lying down there. Nobody's mining it. It's almost like saying, oh, the rich man, he has a lot of money in his bank account and he's not even spending it. So you go and rob it, steal it from him. Common sense. Common sense. Think. You've been an idiot for too long. Think for once. Now the next story is also from Ghana Web, and I love this. It says, U.S. deportee dragged on the floor by Ghanaian immigration officers. U.S. deportee dragged on the floor by Ghanaian immigration officers. And I read, now the deportee of the United States received by the government of Ghana, who made news headlines after she was captured being dragged on the floor by the Ghanaian immigration officials, has spoken up for the first time about her ordeal. The woman, who has been identified as 58-year-old Rabiatu Kuyate, is a Sierra Leonean nurse who has been living in Maryland, United States, for about 30 years after she fled the war in her home country. In an interview with media giant Reuters, Kuyate said she was arrested and detained by U.S. authorities and Customs Enforcement, ICE, in July 2025 because she had been living in the United States without proper documentation. She said that despite a court ruling that she should not be deported to Sierra Leone because of fears that she might be tortured due to her father's ties to the political opposition, the immigration authorities eventually deported her to Ghana in November 2025. After staying at a hotel in Ghana for about 6 days, her worst fears came to pass when Ghanaian immigration officers told her they were sending her to her home country, which is what led to the scenes in the viral video. They, the Ghanaian immigration officers, asked if I was ready, and I said, I'm ready for what? They said they were about to take me to the airport. I asked, what airport? And they said they were about to take me to Freetown. That was when I responded to them and said, go to Freetown. Ghana is supposed to be my safe haven. I cannot go to Freetown because of political reasons. She narrated. She went on to narrate how the Ghanaian officials began to forcibly remove her because of her resistance, disclosing that she was still suffering from injuries from the incident. So they started dragging me upstairs. I had a wig on. They took the wig off. I still have a swollen leg. That was when I bumped my left ankle. So it's still swollen, she said. A video of the incident showed men in green and black uniforms dragging her across the floor to an awaiting van as she screamed, I am not going, I am not going. Kuyate was eventually deported to Sierra Leone, but she managed to flee the country to another West African country. I am honestly sad that African nations can drag each other and call each other aliens. I'm sad. But I do understand. Though I don't understand. My brother, the independence of Ghana is meaningless unless it is linked up with the total liberation of the whole of Africa. Kwame Nkrumah. I am not an African because I was born in Africa, but because Africa was born in me. Kwame Nkrumah. I'm crying. What happened to us? Who indoctrinated us this bad? Today when you go to the European Union, somebody can leave Belgium and go all the way to France and comfortably reside in France. Nobody drags him around and says, go back to your country. Yet we have an African Union, formerly called OAU, and we are still dragging each other on hotel floors. Oh, your PA uncle. Who did this to us? Sierra Leone. Do you know the history of Sierra Leone? At a time, all our scholars here were educated in Sierra Leone, the Lion Mountain. Sierra Leone is our wife. Sierra Leone is the wife of Ghana, the wife of Nigeria. Why do you drag your wife on the bare floor, asking her to return home, even if she denied you sex? Is this the best way to do it? I am sad. I'm yet to get into the issue, but these are my prima facie comments. Okay? My brother, my sister, she was deported from America after staying there for 30 years and working as a professional nurse. As to what system recognized her there as a nurse, as to whether she trained as a nurse in Sierra Leone before arriving in America or not, in this material moment, that is very, very immaterial. She worked as a nurse, according to her. My brother, if you have our nurses running to England and America, and we have a free nurse that has been deported by America, by a crazy president, why don't we go into a profession, find out exactly what she can do? If she needs to top up in some courses, she sees Ghana as a safe haven. Can we not let her step into the shoes of some nurses here if she's found to be professional? Even Trump is doing it. As long as you can give Trump between $500,000 and $1 million American dollars, he gives you a green card in a program that is called the gold card or whatever it is. My brother, my sister, she came here despite all efforts to make our people know that, listen, I am Sierra Leonean. I have lived in America for 30 years. It is time for me to call Ghana my safe haven. If I go to Sierra Leone right now, I might be slaughtered. The Ghanaian authorities would not heed to this. No, we'll send you there. Even if they slaughter you, we don't care. No. I know the authorities are doing their work. But sometimes, I think that we need to go deeper than just the facial work that we do. Can I go deeper? Now watch this. My brother, my sister, why did America not deport her straight to Sierra Leone, but decided to drop her here? And then ask us to carry her to Sierra Leone? Is it our duty? Were we paid to do that? You are those removing her from your country. So make sure she arrives at her destination. Yes, we know you have a very beautiful relationship with Ghana. But Ghana will not sell out Africans because of some facial American consideration. Think about it. I will not do that. I will not sell my own people because of an American friendship. A friendship that is not even deep. My brother, my sister, the Americans generally do not have friends. They are fair weather friends, and history has proven it. Americans are only your friends when you have a certain symbiotic benefits. And history has taught us this. The Americans will sell you out as long as it will benefit them. They don't know what is called loyalty. No. Let truth be told. So you will sell your own African people, who generally are taught to be loyal, all because of a certain American order. This woman is not a thief. She's not a scammer. Sakawa woman. No. She got into America because of whatever it was. For whatever reason, she was not able to get the papers. She was removed from America. Fine. Why don't you take her back to her country? You bring her to Ghana as if to say, there's somebody here we need to kill. Then we bring the person to you and we hand over the gun to you and say, you do the killing. That's what they did to us. They want the blood on our hands. They ordered the killing, but they don't want to do the killing. They want somebody else to clean up the debt that they created. Only deep minds would understand this thing that I'm saying. But it is only the truth which will set us free. Shame on you, America. Shame on you. Shame on you. And to our Ghana immigration, please don't behave like zombies. And I'm not insulting you by that. It's not every time you listen to foreigners dictate things to you. Sometimes also, please look at it deeper. What happened to the OAU? Do you think if Ghana decides to deport an American and we take him to Croatia and say, Croatia, take him to America, the Croatians will do that? They will look at us and say, what the heck are you talking about? What are you talking about? Will they do that? Let's be honest. Will they do that? Well, if you doubt it, let's try it. To America, please, don't turn us into your debt cleaners. We are not your bola bola. We are not your sama sama. Please, if you think you have too much blood on your hands, then stop the bloodshed. You are looking for people to carry some of your blood stained hands away, right? Looking for people to carry some of the blood from your blood-stained hands. That's what I was trying to say. Whatever it is, immigration, we love you, we appreciate you, but sometimes, please, let's wear that thing on our heads. Maybe I need to be explained to why they decided not to send her to Sierra Leone, but brought her to Ghana and said, you know what, Sierra Leone is too far. So once we hear, you do the rest. No, sir. Continue. I'll leave it here. And I don't support the woman struggling and saying she would not go, but I do understand her. Only God knows what they would do to her in Sierra Leone. We all know how vindictive our political regimes can be. Even Kenoforiata is refusing to return home to a very peaceful country like Ghana, let alone Sierra Leone. Sir alone. Even Kenoforiata is refusing to return to a land that is known to be peaceful, where former presidents can walk the streets without even mosquitoes hovering around their heads. He said he doesn't believe that he will be safe. Even Kenoforiata, let alone Sedinata Maklo Ationu. My brother, my sister, let alone a country that is so close to Liberia. In fact, it's an island inside Liberia. And we all know that these areas have been war-struck. We all remember the Liberian Civil War. We all remember the blood diamonds right there in Sierra Leone. And still, we use force, drag a woman, not even a man, on the floor, carry her all the way back to the land that she feared that her life would be taken. And Trump is good at that. Trump deported people to Cameroon, and it was said that those people would lose their lives should they be sent there. There were people from Amazonia, the English-speaking part of Cameroon. Trump refused about 50 or so of them. My brother, when he returned them, within 2 days, all the people evaporated. The murderous, vampirous regime of that guy there, Paul Biya, eradicated these people, and Trump didn't cringe. Does he care about us Africans? Shitholers. Let's not do the dirty work of America. If we have prisoner exchange programs, fine, I understand that. If we have a business relationship, fine. Military relationship, fine. But let's not do America's dirty job. I'll leave it here.
Yabo!